Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all well. We are back with another live show. The Premier League fixtures have been released, and we are going to be going through them on the show tonight. It was just going to be me and Mason until we got another guest in who missed the last Friday show because of work, but he's here tonight, and we got Chippers joining us tonight. Well, gentlemen, how are you feeling? The fixtures are out.
We've got to play them sometime, I suppose.
Well, that's it. We'll all discuss this on the show tonight, of course. But you know what to do. Please do give us the thumbs up. It's really important we get the likes so people know where to find us in the search results. So do smash the likes if you enjoyed the show tonight. Please, of course, if you're brand new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and your job goes on the channel week in, week out, smash that subscribe
Germany have scored.
Oh, you're joking. Need to do so that it does help me the channel grow. And please hit the bell notification. It does let you know whenever a live show does take place or a pre-recorded video gets uploaded as well. Please hit the bell to make sure you're up to date with the content that you do not want to miss at all. If you would like to give a donation, feel free. If you want to become a member, it's 99p. Hit the join button to become a member. You'll be putting through the prize draws we do as well. Let's nip into comments. Lawrence, good evening. Magpie Lee, good evening. Choppy's in the chat. Well, Lawrence has got the England-Germany game on. We'll just say hello to each other. Good evening, Philip. Martin, good evening. Yeah, 1-0 Germany. Good evening, Choppy. Hope you keep well. Joe, good evening. Always better to get the tough games out the way early doors. Most importantly, we have to get quality signs before the winter starts. Yeah, absolutely, Phil. Well, we may as well get into it then. So, of course, we will start off with the August. We'll get off with the August fixtures and first. So our season. Well, there is a game taking place on the Friday, the 15th, which will be Liverpool and Bournemouth. But our game starts on the 16th, and we are live on TV at 12:30. Right then, guys. First game away to Aston Villa. Chippers?
Rigged. The whole lot's rigged. They'll give them other tough games first to make sure that one in the bottom three or something. It's rigged as root, man. You know, you see the draws other teams have got, and they've got favourable draws, and then they'll give us Villa, who in the last 3 or 4 years, apart from 2 years ago where we won 3-1, we've just not turned up at all. We've been bad there the last 4 years we've played them. We've lost. There was it 4-1. Was it 3-0 and was it 2-0 the year before that, and then obviously we had a 3-1 win 2 years ago. But we don't do well there we haven't done well there in the last few years at all.
But do you think it all depends on how Villa's summer spending transfer window goes? Because they're going to be selling players for PSR reasons, unfortunately.
Well, again, we've got to worry about ourselves, not what Villa do.
Not what they do. Yeah, that's a good point.
We have to get our players in. When you get rid of the players we need to get rid of, we need to do what we've got to do, because it's, we need players in, because if we can't go into a season with the squad we've got again, because it's too much. And poor me, Villa will be selling players because of this apparent PSR breach that they're close to. So they'll be signing players because they'll have money to spend as well. So as long as we do what we do, then, I can see us going then, getting something. Of course I can, but we've got to do what we've got to do, and we've got to turn up there. We haven't turned up there.
Yeah, we haven't.
3 of the last 4 years, we haven't. Well, 3 of the last 4 years, the 3 years under Bruce, the 1 year, the 2 of the games under Eddie, we haven't turned up in at all. It's only 1 game and 6 we've turned up in, so we need to turn up.
One little bit of advantage is Martinez, whether he stays or he leaves Villa, doesn't.
He's suspended anyways.
Suspended anyway, so yeah. So let's see how that goes. But it is we know Villa Park, it is a tough place to go to. I mean, we've only won once in the last few there, and we'll see. Hopefully, all we need to do, hopefully we can get a good start. It's winnable. It is kind of winnable, but it's not going to be an easy game. Mason, Villa away first game.
Second. second time in 3 seasons. I think the season for Villa will be tough. Excuse me, Chipaz. You a dirty
What?
ball, doesn't
What's scratching me leg?
I'll let you off. It depends what happens with Villa with this PSR situation. Well,
At least a top player is going to leave them.
there's a couple of rumours being linked of Martinez going to Man U and Rodgers has been linked to go to Arsenal and who else was it? Ramsey was linked to come to us and
Well, we've been linked with him, yeah.
No, there was another team as well.
Yes, is that true? What Mike Piley's just said in the chat?
No. But yeah, it all depends what happens with Villa with his PSL because the rumours are that they are in deep shit.
I mean, is the deadline at the end of this month?
Yep.
Yeah. 2 weeks.
So 2 weeks. They've got to try and sell a player within 2 weeks.
I think if they lose Del Morgan Rodgers, they're fucked.
That'll be a huge loss for them because I think he's been cracking for them. Ian, good evening. Hope you're well.
Although they're not in the Champions League all the next season as well, that's another thing.
It's Europa League, yep.
And I suppose what they say is you play these teams at the start of the season when they're a bit rusty, and you know it might be time to catch them out.
Could do, maybe, yeah, possibly. Philip, good evening. Ian, good evening. Julie, good evening. Hope you're keeping well. I'm not a fan of our new green kit design pattern. Too generic, looks more like a goalkeeper top. Adidas had a major howler there with that one. We'll wait and see. It looks like that could well and truly be. Can see Villa winning the Europa League, according to Lawrence as well. But life, as I mentioned, it's up to, we can win it. It's not going to be easy. And again, it all depends on Villa's transfer business, is all I can say. That's all I can say on that one. Right, on to the next one. It is at home to Liverpool. Mason.
You know what it is. I just don't want to talk about that fucking Liverpool game. Probably the toughest one yet.
It's going to be it is one of the hardest.
Because they've spent like 230 million on 2 players on buying Leverkusen already.
Well, Florian Wirtz is going to be one of them, yeah.
That's going to be... If we keep on going the way we are at the minute, Liverpool will fucking batter we. That's what I can say at the minute. I think Liverpool will batter we.
Just gonna. I am actually decided another guest will join us for this one. Do you think they're gonna batter us?
Yep. If we don't send anybody in, they've said.
I just think it's the Premier League hoping we cock up again, and we're hoping losing that game. Like I said, I think the fixtures are rigged. I know there's no proof of it or anything, but I mean, look at the fixtures we've been given compared to most other teams. It seems like we've been given the short straw for some reason, which is ironic considering the Premier League don't really like we.
Yeah.
When you're playing a team that finished sixth last season, you're playing the champions, then you're playing a newly promoted side, and then you play it like Arsenal as well. I'm sorry, but if you can't think that's rigged, then what is?
Can we win it though, Chippers, or do you think it's a write-off?
But I'll flip it again and say it's the second game of the season. How are they going to be up to scratch? We don't know.
Well, let's see. Well, look what happened, what we did to them at Wembley. I know they get new players in, but right, I think Slot will get judged on his second season because a lot of that team last season was players that Klopp had bought in. Okay, so Slot's get the opportunity to bring his players, and they've got to gel together.
The thing is, though, he's still got the likes of Salah and Van Dijk. They're going to be a year older, so how?
Well, let's see.
What
Can
are they
they?
gonna
Have
do?
they still got the legs for the Premier League?
Because the legs will run out on them.
It probably will do. I think Salah's 33 now, isn't he?
Yeah, Van Dijk's not much younger either.
No, he's not.
But
He's
he has
well
the
on.
thing. He has the thing as one famous YouTuber says. It's a game of football, and you don't know how.
Yes, the Toon Traders arrived.
You don't know
Carry
what's
on,
going to happen because it's played on grass.
Well, then, Ian, we'll get your thoughts on the first two fixtures, Villa and Liverpool.
Can you see me well?
Yes, we can.
Too well.
How you doing, lads? Are you all right?
All good.
I said hello to you before, Chippers, and you completely
I didn't
ignored
say
me.
it. Didn't say I was in the land of Zog. I was in my own little world.
I know. I was just honestly, it broke my heart, mate. It broke my heart. Anyway, enough of our bromance, Chippers. What we on? I've had a few.
Well, let's get your thoughts on the first two fixtures.
I think the first. I think we've got we've got a bit of a shitty start, haven't we? All the way through till the end of September.
We do a bit, don't we? Yeah.
Yeah. I think, to be fair, it actually might play into our hands because we will. I think this season will hit the road running. You know, I think we all Villa won, and I think Villa are going to. I think Villa might struggle a little bit more than they did last season. This season, I may be completely wrong, but obviously they've got their PSR issues.
Yep.
They may have to sell a few players, and I've just got a feeling that we'll actually, generally we do better against teams that come at us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we do.
So it's an hard start, but let's get some of the hard games out of the way. Like we did, last season. To be fair, we didn't play well, but we started okay, and then when we dropped off. But once we got into the stride, we did better. But got to remember, the last three windows before this, we didn't sign anybody really.
No, we didn't.
And whatever anyone thinks, I think we're gonna pull in 3 or 4, if not starting players, definitely first team players, which will give us a strong bench and a stronger lineup, stronger first 11.
Hopefully we will.
Maybe I'm deluded, but there's money there to be spent, and now that Mitchell's gone, I think the money. I personally, I've got more faith in us signing players that Eddie Howe wants, which is what it's all about at the end of the day for us.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And Liverpool?
Well, let's be honest. Liverpool are a decent team, but we've shown what we can do against them.
Yeah.
Like on the day, Liverpool will beat any team in the world, but on our day, as we've shown, we can actually do that as well. Cup final, we played them off the park for me. So it's these are games that we have to go into with a positive mindset and think, like we know what we can do against anybody.
Yep.
With a few more players, honestly, I think that that where we fell down last season, which we got Champions League. Let's remember, we didn't
have enough rotation. I thought
exactly, but we still managed to get Champions League.
Yeah, we did.
With a team that Eddie Howe has had for 3 transfer windows. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So I think it's a hard start, but if we come out of it, if we get something against Villa and something against Liverpool, I think we're away. I've got a feeling we beat Villa first game of the season.
Wow.
I think we get a draw against Liverpool, and that'll leave us in the upper end of the middle end of the top half.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
We can go from there.
Yeah, as I said, Slot will get judged on his second season more with the new signings because he was using a lot of Klopp's players last season. So if we get something out of that game, that would be great. We know we give them a game at St James's Park. We did, and we beat them at Wembley.
Let's remember, we actually smashed them at Wembley. You know, they only came back into it because our legs were tiring and we haven't got the bench that they've got. But we still held on, and you know, we play better against teams that come at us. You know, and so I see it as a positive that we get a few hard games. You know, let's not forget about Bournemouth's going to be an hard game as well. There's some fucking hard games in that.
Oh yeah,
August, September.
Well,
lineup, but I think if Eddie can get the players in that he wants from, before the Stella Cup, I think that we're going to be all right.
Yeah, hopefully we will. Ian said he's a bit worried about no signings. I'm still hopeful at the moment. I'm not worried just yet. Still. And a few Liverpool
Do you think that the are we still in the old PSR window?
Well, it resets at the end of this month.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a reason.
If anybody
haven't actually put any decent signings, any big signings through.
If anybody hasn't seen Pedro, Chelsea want Pedro. If anybody hasn't seen
it,
it,
want him as well. A few Liverpool's.
Of course they do. Do you want anybody that we want?
Yeah, a few Liverpool's goals last season came from Trent long passes. Maybe they will struggle a little bit without him. Well, but he's gone now. So where are the signings? I'm still hopeful they'll come through the door. Some say we'll wait until July the 1st for the whole PSR reset. Ian says we can't see us Champions League this season without. So yeah, that's what we really need.
That's what
and yeah, we will do. There'll be too much fatigueness as well. Our away game against El will be one hell of an atmosphere. Well, Man U has doomed fixtures this season. Yep. The last game we played Villa, that was that was close with the 1-0 win. Trippier scored a free kick. Yeah, I remember that. Of course, I agree, Lawrence. But Eddie did this with Lewis Hall when we had injury crisis of all. Then unleashed him. I reckon the Stool are the same. Hopefully, well. Danny Murphy on TalkSport saying Liverpool make a big offer for Isak. If they want Isak and goal, they will be in breach of PSR. Good luck with that. Yeah, they will. I'd say
I seen something today that Liverpool are going to offer 115 million for Isak. I just thought we still what a load of shit. What a load of shit.
There's Isak 450 million up front and a 90% sell on close now. Fuck off. With remembering summer 2023, our second signing bonds didn't come until 23rd July, and our first one was Tonali on the 3rd of July, although it was announced later due to the under 21 Euros. That's right. Well, let's bring us on to the last game in August. Well, before that, I forgot to say about the Liverpool game. We know it says it's scheduled for the 23rd, but that to me is going to be a televised game. Are we thinking that's going to be Saturday night, or do you think that's going to be Sunday, the late
4 o'clock on a Sunday?
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Did you just see Monday?
4 o'clock on a Sunday.
Did you just see Monday? Oh, we haven't
Sunday.
Monday.
Because they'll all be wanking Liverpool off because of what they are. That's just Sky. That's what they do.
Yeah, Sunday the 24th. That's probably when it could get moved to that one. Right, so what brings us on to the last game of August. Well, away to Leeds United, promoted Leeds United back in the Premier League. That, to me, should be a winnable one.
Yeah, it's winnable, but...
And I'd have signed
it doesn't matter who they... Honestly, it doesn't matter who they sign, Mason. that is always an hard game, isn't it? Because like you go, Leeds away it's always there. It's hostile. It's one of those games where if we start slowly and their crowd get up, it can be a nightmare. But I think we've got to get 3 points there, haven't we?
If we want top four again next season, you need to win the Leeds away because they'll be one of the favourites to go back down. No matter what the atmosphere is, no matter what they throw at you, you've got to come away with 3 points. It's as simple as that. Because all the likes of Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, even Man U, Man City, Spurs, they'll probably all win there. So we've got to win there. That's the only way you get your results.
Chippers, I'll tell you this. I would rather play Man United at Old Trafford, last season's Man United at Old Trafford, than last season's Leeds at Ellen Road. Telling you.
The thing that is for me is it's their second home game, so they're still going to be in this bubble of we're back in the Premier League. They're all going to be caught in it, and that could be the banana skin effect where you could slip up, but then we could take advantage of that because they could still all be all hullabaloo and joy of being back up, and we can say to them, "Well, listen, that you're back here in the Premier League and you might be back in this league, but you're a long way off it on the football inside." So I would rather have played them later on in the season when it's died off a bit and the novelty's gone, but we don't control the fixtures, do we? Like I've said before, I think the fixtures have rigged it to try and have as least points as possible and keep the tough fixtures at the start when the Champions League kicks in as well, so it affects the players. And when the so-called easier games come, we're a bit more tired and they become harder games than what they should be. But listen.
Can I quit?
Yeah.
Was the lad who have just seen Netcha, was that the one who we were linked with a couple of years ago? Was that his brother?
I wasn't aware that they'd signed anybody.
I can't remember that one.
No, I just signed what's he called? Singer German.
David C's banana skin Ellen Road. I famously remember that 4-3 win. I remember that as well. That took a stop. Are you confident? Yeah, I'm still confident. We'll get Pedro.
I'm never confident when a team like Chelsea is involved with you as well, because all they need to do is offer him 50-odd grand a week more, and then he goes, there you go. But if he wants to go and sit on the bench and ruin his career, fine. I'm not bothered.
Well,
they've saying Lucas.
There'd be a lot of more. He would get a lot of games here, but there could be times he'll get rotated, possibly.
They've saying Lucas Mecha. Was that the one who we were linked with? Was that his brother?
Again, I can't remember. Again, off the top of my head.
Somebody please.
I think.
Somebody in the chat, please know.
I think, and I might be wrong, but how's got his team back now? You know, he's got his team back now. Andy Howe, his nephew, in it that he's allegedly. I don't know this, but from what I've heard, there's people been trying to get him away from us. Left, right, and centre, because he's meant to be highly, highly regarded. Everyone obviously thinks because he's Eddie's nephew, or his nephew, isn't he?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that it's all nepotism, but maybe we might lack a little bit of finesse in signing new and up and coming players and players from in wherever, you know what I mean, like the third division, in Afghanistan or whatever. But we didn't do too badly before, did we?
No, we didn't.
If you look at who we've signed, name any player that's actually been a failure that we've paid for or overpaid for. There's very few.
No, there's not many.
So I think we've just got to hold our breath, basically, and just
there you go.
Keep it under control and think. I have a feeling this window is going to be massive. I don't think we're going to spend as big as people are saying. It'll be big, I think. People are saying 200 million and more. I don't think it'll be that. I think we'll get some really solid players in and a couple of marquee signings, which will
Yeah.
improve the first team where we need to, but most importantly, improve the bench, because that's where we fell down for me last season. We had nothing to come off the bench. So
No.
if the players that you rely on were shit, basically, we had nothing to come on and replace them.
No, that's it. Well, then we'll dive into September fixtures. Of course, we have international break. Unfortunately, have to lead, so we have to wait a bit.
One thing as well we could not do next season is we cannot have Alexander Isak if he's not fit on that football pitch, because the last 10 games of this season, you could tell he was knackered. You could tell he was injured. We cannot be doing this next season, and this is why we need to sign a striker. We can't have a player who's literally doing nothing in the game and just not helping, not contributing, because we're going to struggle. We've got more games next season. If you want cup runs and if you want to get to finals, we're going to be playing a lot more games. So you're going to need a striker who can play 20 to 30 games as well next season to share the load. If Callum Wilson's not staying, you need to play Osula, because personally, he's not gaining anything by sitting there doing nothing. He needs to play football. And next season, like I said, we've got more games, so you need to play them. And listen, Eddie will get criticised next season if he doesn't play them, and rightly so, because there was times last season for me where Isak could have come off and he kept them on. And there's the situations where you think that's probably where he's built up his injuries, because he's playing 97 minutes one week when he could have been off after 70 or 75 minutes and didn't need to be on the pitch. And he can't be doing that next season. We can't be chancing it. He needs to be 100% fit, because Alexander Isak the last 10 games this season wasn't that, because he barely contributed to anything other than a few penalties.
Because Jibbers, I'm gonna put into layman's terms what you just said. He was fucking fucked when he was knackered.
He was. Well, he was.
You know what I mean? Toonami TV just said he wanted to join in the debate. Send him the link. Get him on.
But then, this is where as well that your replacement has to be up to it, because Callum Wilson wasn't up to it, so that's why he shouldn't be getting a new contract.
As brilliant as Callum has been for us, his legs are completely gone. You might as well have put. Well, I'm not saying me, because I put a few dozen kilos on, but he was. You could see he was completely off pace.
Yeah, he was.
But with Eddie out, for good or for bad, we know he trusts the people that he trusts, and sometimes that's to his detriment. But a lot of the time, it's the right thing to do.
Well, that's it. It is, isn't it? Well, let's dive into September fixtures. So again, we do have a bit of an international break. In the September, our first game in September is at home to Wolves.
Game you got to win again. If you want Champions League football, you've got to win. They've just got to be the best.
I believe Wolves may struggle next season without Cunha.
God,
Yeah,
Wolves.
as well. What?
What do you say, Mason?
No, I've seen what have you ever seen there?
I thought you were going to start and pull your pants down, because it looked a bit ominous what was happening there. But
no, shut the door, man.
I wanted you to, Mason.
I was going to say as well, fuck's sake. Not just Cunha, Newry as well.
Yes, he's gone. Well, yeah, he's gone to he's gone to Man City, isn't he? So that's another player they've lost. So we're debating that should be a winnable, that one.
I think we smashed Wolves.
That's a good point. He is, mate. Isak was too knackered. He should have definitely took him off when he needed to.
But the thing is, again, the press didn't ask him these questions. Like, this is why. This is what the press need to be asking is, if Alexander Isak's not 100%, why do you keep playing him? And why is he not taking off at times where he's winning comfortably and he can play somebody else up front? It's again, but they'd rather be bothered about what he has on his toast for breakfast and what he has for his cereal and what TV he watches than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, on to the next fixture in September. This is not going to be easy because we do not do well at this place at all as of late. It's away to Bournemouth.
What was that?
You know what's coming. You know what's coming.
Eddie Howe hasn't beaten Bournemouth since
Okay,
apparently he's
straight.
beaten Bournemouth once since he's left. That's the only thing.
I know.
But
Well, we fucking due one then, aren't we?
yeah,
You know what
but
I mean? To be fair, they're not a bad football team, but they're not as good as us. But we've just not turned up against them, and I think this is that. I think honestly, do you know what it is? I think this is probably the hardest start to a season I can remember for certainly since the takeover.
Mhm.
I don't know what
Yeah,
you
well,
lads think,
Yeah,
but
I
I
totally
actually
agree.
think that might play into our favour because what Eddie Howe's got with Newcastle is backs against the wall. Everyone fucking hates us. Nobody likes us. No one does us a favour. Everybody's cup final coming to SJP. Everyone wants to sing "Where's Your Famous Atmosphere." You know what I mean? Everybody, they're all against us. I think actually that we might find ourselves doing really well in these first 2 months.
Possibly.
And then when we play in the next month or two after, where we have a few easy games,
Well,
you
David
take
said
the foot off the pedal.
it's about time we start to turn up at the likes of Bournemouth and Brighton and walk away with 3 points. We
thing-
never seem to play well at either ground.
the thing is with Bournemouth, they've just lost Hoyson. That
Yeah.
Kirkes is possibly going to Liverpool.
Players will be
Semenyo
after
might be
Semenyo. I
leaving.
think that
Yeah.
to be team sniffing around him.
And Evan Nilsson as well could be a striker that could be in demand. So they may lose a lot of the
Hey,
players.
good evening, Sharky. We'll bring him in.
Even
as well.
George just said as well, Zabiani.
Zabiani,
George just
aye.
says Zabiani as well.
So Bournemouth, we know it's not an easy fixture,
Exactly.
but we've got to try and start to turn that around now.
I've got 2 sets. I've got this Club World Cup on. The footballers are putting water on the arms. Why are you watering your arms for? What are you doing watering your arms?
By the way, the Germans are beating England 2-0.
Right, the last of the September fixtures. It'd be great if we could beat them and rub it in their faces again, because the saltiness that came from them last season, in particularly. Arsenal at home.
Easy 3
Smash
points.
him.
Stay in their heads, man. That's all we've got to do. Stay in their heads and we'll beat them.
I mean, Sharky, Arsenal at home. Can we rub
It's
it in their
winnable.
faces again?
It's winnable, but it's also down to like what we do between then and the Arsenal game, because we've got a tough run.
Yeah, we do. That's it. I would just hope we can. It'd be great if we could just rub it right in them again. Particularly if some people call us a nothing club in particular. So that's September's fixtures. I think, right, Arsenal, are we expecting that to be televised? I think that will be.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe so.
I think we'll have a lot of televised fixtures, because we get a lot of viewers.
Yeah.
You know, I can't remember I did see the statistics, but we were. I think I might be wrong here. Someone will shoot me down if I am, but I'm sure we had the 5th most viewers for our games that we were involved in the league last year.
Hey. Well, let's turn now to October's fixtures, and the first game in October is a home to Forest, Nottingham Forest.
That's winnable.
It is winnable. It all depends how Forest do this season.
What's the date in October again?
4th of October.
I might not be there.
Well, will Forest have the same season as last season?
Nah.
I don't think so. I think they might struggle.
Did they get Europe again?
If they sell that, aye.
Did they?
Yeah, the Conference League.
Conference League, yes. So they're gonna have quite a lot of games in
Well, they
between.
got found out, Pete. They got found out towards the end of the season. I thought they're good.
They did.
They're good footballing team.
Really was done a cracking job, Nuno. But how can they do it with Europe alongside it?
They just stumbled over the line, didn't they?
Yeah.
Right. After that, we've got an international break again, unfortunately. In return, it says the 18th. Another one we need to start changing it around. We're away to Brighton.
That's got draw written all over it, 1-1.
Could it have another
Before
draw?
team being played.
Well, we don't do well at Brighton. We haven't beat them.
You'd
in the
take it though,
Premier
wouldn't
League.
you? I mean, it's one of them. You don't want to go there and get beat though, do you?
No.
Just take a point at least.
Hey. At least they don't have fucking Danny Welbeck playing for him because he's left.
Plus,
Is he
the
gone?
games are coming thick and fast.
Nice
You got to
lift.
remember, we've got like Champions League. We've still got the League Cup as well to battle with, and we don't know how strong the squad's going to be. It all depends on who we're investing in during the summer. So that it's going to be tough. Like every game between now and Christmas is going to be relentless.
Lawrence thinks that might get moved to a Sunday because as long as they get through the Conference League playoff, so that one could be moved.
Oh,
Lob says
Look at Chippers' pillows there. He's got like
his mum must have been his bed.
we have to
his
win a
man
brain,
must have
but
made his
probably end up
bedroom.
losing or
he's
drawing.
like got fucking blue tiger print pillows. That's a bit kinky, isn't
If
it?
we don't strengthen properly this summer with the Champions League fixtures, we're going to burn our players out and sit down the tables. Brighton, a game away should be televised as well. It could be a televised game as well. It could be. Right, and the last of the October fixtures, we are at home. Hopefully, it'll not happen again like last season. We're home to Fulham. Again, it's winnable, but we know what happened last season.
We should be Fulham, but you just don't know what Fulham's going to turn up. You don't know what Newcastle's going to turn up. Do you know, it's
Season Fulham
one of them. But we
yeah.
always seem to do bad against the sides near the bottom. And it's always the sides that come out with will play better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it is possible. It is really possible. So that's all of the October's fixtures. So November fixtures.
That's the toughest for me.
One of the toughest. Because first game we're away to West Ham.
Easy.
We've got a good record. We do have a good record at the London Stadium. We do.
Yeah, easy. Yeah. Do you know? I think West Ham might have a few players picked off as well in this window.
I think West Ham, sorry, Wacky, I think could really struggle next season.
Well, just missed Real Madrid.
Well, there's talks of Kudus possibly leaving in this window.
Kudos. Apparently, we were after him, weren't we?
We've been linked with them. Will Bowen go in this window? Paquetá, could he be found guilty?
He's had £5 on himself being guilty, man.
West Ham is winnable. We've got a good record there.
How many years has it been since he got like not charged, but like
last year, wasn't it? 18 months ago.
Yeah,
fucking ages, isn't it? Anyway, Chippers, your pillows, mate. They're fucking. They are definitely something special. Them
pillows.
Yeah.
Julie,
Chippers, did your mom make a bed for you?
No, but you frozen.
It makes it as frozen. Nice to see Tonio back into football. We can win at the London Stadium in November. They are also relegation favourites. Can't see Graham turn Potter it around for the better. But yeah, it is great to see that he's recovering well, Antonio. Right, the next one after that, it's another away game on the 8th of November. It's away to Brentford.
That's winnable.
Hard place to go to, though.
That's winnable.
All depends who they sell. Well, Thomas Frank's gone.
Who's going to be
That's what I'm saying. Like, depends who the manager is, and it depends what players they're going to bring in. They're actually going to lose a lot of their better players in the summer, Brentford.
And Frank took his number 2, which they wanted him to stay on, didn't they, as manager? That's what nearly stopped Frank going.
Julie thinks Brentford could be doomed without Thomas Frank.
If they sell Wissar as well, they're going to have a lot of money. But again, who they're going to replace them with?
That's it. Yeah. So it could be winnable, but we know what happened last season.
They could have Callum Wilson if they want.
Right. After that, it's a really hard game. We are at home to Manchester City.
That'll be tough.
Man. Easy win.
Piece of piss.
We give them. Do you know what? We give them a game at St James's last season. Even though we give them a game without Isak as well, even though it was a
Do
penalty.
you know why I say it's tough though? Because you got to think as well in November. Like it depends on how strong the squad is.
Yeah.
We've got game after game after game after game. It's going to be relentless. And I'm looking at the fixtures. November's our toughest month.
Apparently, Lawrence says Keith Andrews could be the favourite for the Brentford job.
Who? That
Keith
ex-West
Andrews.
Brom bloke that used to play for West Brom and that. Really?
So like Man City, for example, you just don't know what City's going to turn up. If they're
Oh,
relentless, then
Can't
it's
give them
going to be a
game
hard
at
night.
home. We have done that at times, yeah.
I think we're quite
Right.
capable of giving them a game at St James's, but
Oh,
again,
absolutely.
as
Oh,
Shawty
realise-
just said, we don't know. We could be playing PSG on a Wednesday night, and they might have
Exactly.
Ludogorets at home or something. So it's they're
Exactly.
going to play full strength against us, and we might have one eye on the Champions League game.
It as well. I don't wish on anyone if we start getting like injuries or any suspensions or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? It's going to play into their hands.
Yeah. I forgot to say there was actually a international break after Brentford before we take on Manchester City.
That might
I
help.
don't get. I like Man
I'll
City as a club, as a team, but I never look forward to playing them. It's going to be one of them games where one day we'll just get ripped off the park. Obviously, it's not happened so far, but not for a while, in any case.
Wacky says if his team West Ham don't sign players, they could be well in big trouble.
Harry, what you
Apparently, I've seen. I read West Ham want Chris Wigan there, that Miranda from Sunderland.
Aye, because they can afford them.
Club will like make transfers. I just think it'll be probably in the next week or two. Like, you know, like a lot of players might have been on holiday, and they'll come back and then they'll start strengthening. They've seen the fixtures. All right, this is what we need to do.
Yeah. Lawrence says we
Gonna
did
happen.
lose 1-0 to them last season.
And you got that like PSR window, haven't you, in a few weeks?
Yeah. Yeah, we did lose for that. That was it. That was it. Their place. Right, last November fixtures. Everton away, so it'll be our first trip to their new ground.
What's it called? What's it called? The shit arena or something? Or
The Dicks
the Dicks in the Arse Arena. The Dicks in the Arse Arena.
Let's
The
have a
Hill
look.
Dixon Stadium, whatever it's called.
Oh,
That's it.
Al Hilal have got a
They
penalty
can't
against
get
Madrid.
any fans there anyway because there's no travel infrastructure there, is there?
No, you can't
I've heard
get there.
you've got to
There's no
walk about
transport.
2 miles to get there.
Well,
Oh, Al Hilal have equalised against Real Madrid.
so that's November fixtures,
Pete,
right?
Hey Pete, are you not going to miss Goodison? Where when you walk into Goodison and you're fucking spraying your ankle in the potholes that are inside the stadium. You know what I mean?
Or you sit in front of a barrier and you can't watch the match because the barrier's in the way.
Yeah, exactly. What
Yeah.
a shithole that was. Fuck me, I've been there with some shitholes, but that was the worst, I'm telling you.
That new
worse.
stadium looks pretty shit as well. Have you seen how slanted it is? It's like a straight line up, so you're like going up the stairs and it's like a straight line. It's not like slanted. It's like straight up. So it's quite close. Like if you don't like height, it's probably not a good idea to go.
Right. So, Ian's just gifted a £5 donation. Thank you, Ian. Take care in the Lisbon Lions at the Celtic game, Pete. Well, I know I'm in the away section for that game. So.
Easy win at Celtic, isn't it? I mean, they're rubbish.
Right. So December fixtures, and this is where the fixtures do come very quick. So first game, I believe this is a midweek game, is it? I believe it's at home to Spurs.
Don't know what Spurs are going to be like. It's winnable, but you don't know what they're going to be like under the
Yeah,
Frank.
that's it.
Don't know.
You kind of wish Andrew's still there just for that one game, just so we can batter them.
That's 3 points for me.
It's got to be at home.
Yeah, we'll have to target 3 points against Spurs.
You have to beat your rivals as well.
And
Ian,
after that,
we're going to beat you at Celtic Park on your own pitch. Just damn it, we're better than you.
okay, right. The next one after that, again, should be winnable. It's a team that's come up. It's at home to Burnley.
2 home
That's
games.
winnable.
You've got to get 6 points off them 2 home games.
Oh, Peter, looking at the fixtures, we've actually got Burnley twice in the space of 24 days. Got them twice in the same month.
Yeah, we do actually.
Well, we have them at the end of the month.
That's a strange one, that one, isn't it?
They've got Man City twice in December.
It's honestly, you couldn't make it up.
Yeah, absolutely. So if we agree that should be winnable. Right, after that, after such a long after such a long time in the Premier League, it is a trip down the road to you know who.
Oh,
The win in it.
Middlesbrough.
Trip down the Mackhams. Are we confident we are going to stuff them next season?
Yes, for. You saw when we played them 2 years ago in the Cup how much the levels are different to the Premier League, no matter what. And our levels are miles ahead of theirs, and they're not any better than what they were since when we last played them. We're going to thrash them.
and they've lost the best player.
Aye. They've just sold the
anyone-
best player. So who's going to go to a club that's relegation candidates this season? No, you're not
I
going
love how
to.
they're bigging up that they've turned that lad into a permanent signing. Whoever. I
Pete,
can't
They're gonna
remember.
have to
remember the
strengthen.
last time we were there? You were there. I seen you there, weren't you? You were there. I'm
I
sure.
wasn't at the Derby game.
Oh, were you not? Oh, fuck,
I
sorry.
missed that
about
one.
that. I was there, and like honestly, there was about 1,000 inflatable seagulls there, and I got hold of one of them minute one of the game, and I was the last person I was the last person before the toppers and then the barrier to the Sunderland fans. And I got hold of one of them inflatable seagulls. And I mean, that seagull had the time of its life for 90 minutes.
Oh, God.
Not sexually.
So hopefully we can beat them away.
And I got 5 free pints and 2 of the shittest pies I've ever had for free because the till system went down. So we got all their pints free afterwards as well.
Bloody
So hopefully that happens again. But they're going to struggle, aren't they? They're going straight back down. I think it might be a record low for them.
They're going to be
let's
like
see.
what Southampton were last season.
Also,
Worse,
I don't think.
worse.
I think Sunderland as well. I think we're playing them like, isn't it round when we're playing the Champions League as well, and especially the League Cup if we're progressing. So
Yeah. See what happens in that one. After that, we're home to Chelsea.
I think
Hard
that's
game.
winnable. You know,
Well, we've
Chelsea
got a good
was great,
record
though.
against Chelsea at home anyway.
I think it's winnable.
Yeah, I believe so. They're going to get judged next season, Chelsea.
I think Chelsea might be a bit might be. I think Chelsea are going to be better next season. I've just got a feeling, but
Well, we'll see. But that one's winnable.
but our backers to beat anybody at home.
Right, after that. Right, would you believe it? No games are taking place on Boxing Day.
It'll be down to Christmas, won't it? Where it falls.
Well,
And then obviously the Saturdays.
It's on the 27th. Away down to
The Johnson Clare Derby.
Newton Heath or Manchester United.
Why is it we'll always get Manchester United on Boxing Day, whether it's home or away? It's always the case.
Oh,
Hopefully we stuff those.
unbelievable. Al Hilal nearly scored the second. Al Hilal nearly with some good team move, like.
So Manchester United, I would just love if we can beat those again.
I think we will.
And of course, the last game in December, the last game of 2025, is away to Burnley. So it's back-to-back against Burnley in the same month.
I still think that's winnable.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, so we go into January's fixtures. Home to Crystal Palace on the 3rd.
Oh, I've got to win that.
Yeah, you've got to be thinking 3 points.
Should be. And after that, it should be another home game. It's another home game again. We should be winning. We're home to Leeds United.
Again, to be targeting a win.
There actually is a break in between that game. I
Is
presume.
that the winter break?
That would be because I think because FA Cup
FA
will
Cup.
come in,
Yeah.
but we're away to Wolves. That could be a midweek game by the looks of it, because there's only 10 days between Leeds and Wolves. I think that looks
Yeah,
like that's a
will be.
midweek game for me,
Yeah.
unless Leeds is a midweek game. One of those two are definitely midweek.
Either way, we need to be targeting wins.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just going to take a look at those.
Because
The problem is the fixtures, they're all going to change though with the TV once they get a hold of them.
Yeah.
Leeds is the midweek game. Okay, after Wolves, it's home to Aston Villa.
Winnable.
We're batter them up here, so we've got to look at win that game.
Yeah, we've done enough to batter them at home as of late. We have.
We'll also be thinking about the transfer window as well, the January window.
Yeah, that's it. Right, last one of January. Are we predicting this as a write-off? We're away to Liverpool.
No games are write-off. I don't think. It depends. We can go there and get something. Got to keep the faith. Anything's who knows how Liverpool are going to get on this season coming? You know, it could be a point where Liverpool again, similar to Newcastle, might get a few injuries, might be a bit inconsistent.
Yeah, possibly.
You know, there's always a time.
Glad we don't play New Year's Day since there's no public transport.
We are long overdue. You know, a result at Anfield. I know we haven't won such a long time.
And I tell you what, we've been fucking unlucky there as well. By the way, we have been proper unlucky at times. So I'm with you. I think I fancy us this season. I fancy us to be challenging.
Hopefully we can, but it's going to be hard at Liverpool. It really is. Okay, so we do go into February's fixtures, and we will be at home to Brentford.
Winnable.
It is winnable, yeah.
Yeah, you win that.
Should be, yeah, it should be absolutely. And I was thinking of trying to go next season, but it's a midweek game. We are away to Spurs on the 11th of February.
3
I
points.
mean, that putting us on a Wednesday night all the way down in North London.
Could be worse. Could be Bournemouth.
I was thinking of trying to go to that one. Well, God.
Peter, they could have you going to Bournemouth for Brian. A lot further.
Well, true, but...
Oh, you Spurs.
Right, so after February, there'll probably be another FA Cup game after that. But so because there's 10 games between the Spurs and the next game, are we predicting another write-off after this one? We're away to Man City.
Yeah, because we never do well there. We never win in the league.
It's always a hard game when you play Man City away, so that's probably the one game I would say is a bit of a write-off. But if we can, put an effort in, turn up, then who knows?
And that's usually the time where they start hitting form is the back end of the season.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It starts smacking teams up like 3 and 4-0, isn't it? It's just...
And the last one of February, on the last game of the last day of February, it's at home to Everton.
Winnable.
Gotta be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it was ever like the last game of the season, though.
Well, Jack says, we got one from Spain. I hope cheers, Jack, for watching, for tuning in tonight. Good to see we've got people watching around from all over the country, from different parts of the country as well. Philip says for Man City's going to be a write-off. Okay, right.
That's the thing.
Marmouche got a hat-trick as well.
Yes, he did. Right, March fixtures. We know there's only 3, but there'll be an international break and there'll be an FA Cup game in that one as well. Beginning of March at home to Manchester United.
3 points.
I'm hoping that is 3 points.
Johnson plays when we go.
I think there's got to be an FA Cup early March, because there's 10 games between the Man United and the game after that. We're away to Chelsea, but again, it's another place we don't do well.
If we turn up, anything's possible.
He says we can beat Man U at home. We can do. We're capable of doing it. We are definitely capable.
They haven't beat us since the cup final. So actually, I think they've beat us once since the cup final, and that was 3-2, and that we've played 7 games or something since. They've only beat us once.
Yeah. Right. Last game in March. The Mackems come to St James's.
3 points.
That's winnable. 3 points.
Imagine if we're sending doing the game
5-1.
like what we've done with Sheffield United and Ipswich.
5-1 Halloween all over again.
They beat us in May 20. Yeah, that was Man United. After that last game, because it's an international break going all the way to the until then. So that takes us into April's fixtures. There's only 3 games in that one. Because again, there could be more FA Cup games. Possibly towards the end of April by the looks of it. And the first game is not until the 11th in April. It's away at Crystal Palace again, a place we don't do well at.
It's still winnable, though.
It is winnable. I just want to start to see us turning around these performances that we don't turn up and do well in certain grounds that don't do well.
I just think it's a mentality thing with us. Like I was saying before, we play well against the better sides, and the sides that are like sort of mid-table near the bottom. We feel like we've got that right to go and win, but we've got to go and earn the right to win and actually play the game.
But yeah, it is winnable, absolutely. Right, so after that...
Well, actually, we nearly did get a winner for Selhurst Park, but we threw it away.
Aye, last season.
I thought Palace with a better team, we should have really lost that game.
We should have, but I think, we threw it away. It's 3 points therefore, but there you go.
After Palace, we're at home to Bournemouth.
Oh.
We know what happened last season.
Nah, I'm sorry, but we've got to beat Bournemouth. Yes, that was a one-off. I think it was a bit of a freak result, but we've got to beat Bournemouth at home. I don't care what anyone tells us. We've got to beat Bournemouth.
That's it. And after that, can we finally end the drought? In away to Arsenal, because imagine if we beat them at Arsenal. Imagine if we did the double over Arsenal, that would just rub it in their faces a lot more.
Or just have everyone behind the ball draw 0-0 and the title party's gone.
Of course, we're going to beat them. They're not this Arsenal that they used to be.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. I don't think that's great,
Sharteta, he doesn't like it up him, does he? You know what I mean? And Eddie Howe's got Sharteta's number. He does. The manager.
So people say, but the fact is, I know we lost 1-0 just season gone, but we played well. We that first half, we were all over them.
But we did it ourselves, though, didn't we? It was a game.
We just missed those chances. But I mean, Raya could have saved the Titanic in that first half.
Remember as well, when we played them then, we were out. Everyone was dead on the legs, weren't they? When we started the game, everyone was, fucked. Like
it was a worldly for right, but we should deal with that better.
Hopefully, this season we have 3, maybe 4 new players who can either be on the pitch or on the bench that makes a difference. And I think Eddie Howe has got his number. He's got his number. Sharteta he would love to be Eddie Howe. You know what I mean? But he can't be because he's a wet fart. Which is why he's called Sharteta. You know what I mean? No other fucker calls him that name, just me. But I'm gonna keep peddling it until everyone starts calling it him.
Yeah, it looks like towards the end of it, could there be? I think Arsenal's good weekend game, unless it does get changed because of possibly FA Cup if we're still in that competition around that time, or Champions League possibly. Right then, on to May's fixtures now. First game in May is at home to Brighton.
Winnable.
It is winnable. We know what happened last season, though. But yeah, that is going to be win. But
the thing is, we don't know where we're going to be come the end of the season. If we need points to, stay with that top 6, top 7, then we're going to have to get something at Brighton. We're at home, so.
Okay, then after that, it's away to Nottingham Forest.
Winnable.
And our record at Forest is good.
Down there, yeah.
We've won the last 3 games
before,
in the league.
In
the 4 last games, yeah.
I was going back to what I was saying before there. We're going to have to go there and get something. You know what I mean? We're going to be forced to get something. If we want to achieve a European spot, we're going to have to do it.
There you go.
Are you going to try and go to Forest again this season?
I think they might struggle this season. Because they, like we said before, they fell off towards the end of the season. People had the number. Teams had the number. So I think they might really struggle this season, even though they have got some good players, but they might lose some of the key players as well.
They could do, yeah, possibly.
Peter, are you going to? If you go to Nottingham Forest again this season, are you going to stay in Gallant's flat?
No. Well, I did get a Forest last season. I didn't get a Forest last season, actually, to be fair.
If you
Right,
can this,
after-
if you can this season, you can get to Gallant's flat.
No.
Where did I see you, Pete? I think I must have been pissed because I just remember seeing you and your missus coming out of somewhere.
I did have a miss.
Whoa! Are you gonna miss it? Are you gonna?
No.
You were
Right.
you were with a lady.
Oh no, that wasn't who I was
Where
with.
did I see you though? If you weren't with a lady, where did I see you?
It was some
Or
ball.
you guys only won that?
Oh no. Right then,
No. Where did I see you?
it was some Weatherspoons, wasn't it?
Was it all right? Because I was with my missus, so
Yeah. If you've got a girlfriend,
No.
Chip has
No.
yard
That piss was
Chip
just
has yard
pissed
news.
completely. That piss just was pissed completely sore.
Mason,
Yeah.
do you want to know who my girlfriend?
I seen you, Pete, walking out, and there was a girl with you.
Oh no,
And I
definitely wasn't
wondered
with
why
me.
you fucking ran past.
No,
us so
definitely
quickly.
wasn't with me. No, definitely.
Mason,
wasn't.
do you want to know Mason, do you want to know who my girlfriend is?
Go
You
on.
you're right.
Who?
That's my girlfriend because she's loyal and doesn't cheat on us.
Pamela Henderson.
Right, lad. Right,
God.
where are we up to? So
Oh, man.
after Forest, it's home to West Ham.
3 points.
Winnable.
Who?
West
That's
West Ham.
Yeah, exactly. Who? Yeah, we'll win that.
And that's the last home game for us as well. So, we need to end on a high regardless.
And it might be the first time we see the new badge on a new shirt.
Exactly.
Okay.
And
the
by
last
the way,
one.
can we just say, like, looking at all the games running there, we have got quite a good run into the end of the season, haven't we?
We'll fit one for having a shit start.
Well, but that's what I'm saying, Chippers. So if we can dig anything out at the start of the season, then we've got the running at the end. It actually might play into our favour.
Yeah. All right then, and of course, can we beat West Ham?
Yeah.
Final
Yes.
game of the season. Hopefully we can. And the last of game, it's away to Fulham.
Winnable.
It is winnable. And the last time we played Fulham away from home on the final game, we won them twice under Bruce and under Rafa.
Although they did do a double overall last season, as Julie said. So
Yeah, they did.
Well, that is all the fixtures we've run through then.
Where we coming
Well, on the
then?
news.
Where we coming, Pete?
Oh, well, I haven't done a well. We'll see that for a Premier League prediction.
Oh, is that
before the season
another
starts.
show?
Like I say, it doesn't matter about the fixtures, like who you get and when. At the end of the day, you've got to play them twice. And
Yeah.
we have to be up for it. It's over.
There you go. Well, then, that is it. Well, there we go. That's all the fixtures we'll run through. So, well, then, that is it for tonight, then. Well, thank you to you guys for coming on. Really appreciate it. We may
Sorry
suppose
for grassing you up for having a bird, Pete.
No. That piss was just piss following me or out.
yeah,
the
that's the
hole.
thing.
She looked like she liked you though.
No. Oh, definitely not. Oh,
All right.
but
You're making
thanks.
shut up, Ian. Ian, you're making Chippas jealous. You're making
Was it
Chippas jealous.
Paul Glan's sister?
Oh, God.
Actually,
God.
to be fair, she was. Chippers. To be fair, she was all right.
Like I said, that's the
You're
most
making-
best thing a man can have.
Well, cheers so much, guys, for coming on. We really, really appreciate that. So we will be back on Friday night for you know what, and we'll see you there.
Thanks, Pete.
Cheers, Chippers. You're missing it. You're missing it.
Yep, I'm missing that. I'm
Love
at
you.
work Friday night till 10 o'clock, so I'll be back next Friday. I'm off for 2 weeks.
Oh, sure, he's gone. Well then, if you remember, guys, if you've enjoyed the show, give us a thumbs up. We probably get the likes so people know where to find us in the search results.
Here's the
So hit
thing.
the likes. Please, of course, if you're brand new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribing, enjoy what goes on the channel week in, week out. Smash that subscribe button, free to do so. It does help me the channel grow. Please hit that bell. It does let you know whenever a live show takes place or a pre-recorded video gets uploaded. So please hit the bell to make sure you do keep up to date with all the content that we bring out for you. And if you want to give a donation, feel free. If you want to become a member, it's 99p at the join button to become a member, and you'll be included in the prize shows we do as well. So again, thank you so much to everyone. And again, we will see you back again on Friday night. You'll just say goodbye to each other. So there you are. Well, until then, everyone, we'll see you for tonight. Good night, everyone. And we'll see you later. Take care. Have a good day, everyone. We'll see you later.
Here's the thing.